latest on the investigation for us from Los Angeles. Whitney Houston's death is not stopping tonight's Grammy Awards. Nichelle Turner is on the red carpet as Houston's friends and colleagues make their way inside. Nichelle, what are you hearing so far? What are people telling you?
You know, what we're hearing right now on the red carpet is a lot of solemn, a lot of heavy hearts. And with me right now, I do have one of Whitney Houston's closest and dearest friends for the past 13 years, Miss Kim Burrell. Kim, you told me just a minute ago that the last time you spoke with Whitney was yesterday.
It was yesterday. I got to LA for this, and she told me to call her. When I got here, we was going to go to the Clive party last night. So I called her and I missed her, and so I was in baggage claim. She called me and missed me, and so she left a message at about 2 o'clock, and I checked it, and she said, "Hey, call me. I don't know where you are. Call me back. Call me back." And I called back several times, and of course, I didn't get an answer because my friend had gone. And she was in great spirits as always, and just left a message in the spirit that she would when she couldn't reach me, because that's just the friendship we had. If I couldn't reach her, I'd call her back and leave the same kind of message. But you know, God is good, and He's given me strength because I've needed it, because I miss her and will always miss her. And I know it's the title of her song, and I will always love you, and I do. I love her and always will.
And I was saying too that so many times I've heard her at events, and so many people have heard her say, "I love Kim Burrell. I want Kim Burrell to sing to me." And you will sing to her one more time.
I will sing to her.
At her service.
Yes. Whether it be private or they make it public, I'll be there, as I always was and always will be. I'm in her life, her family. I'm very close to her mother, her brothers, and it wasn't just a Whitney popularity thing for me. It was love. It was my sister, and as I said on different telecasts, I love her. And she's my sister. And she'll always be my sister. And I love her dearly.
You also told me that we had reported that Bobby Christina was taken to the hospital earlier today and also yesterday. You were with her today.
I was with Bobby yesterday when I landed. I went straight to the hotel. I was with her. She was doing okay. And as to be expected, she's overwhelmed. It's her mother. And she knows how much her mother meant to the world. And Bobby Christina she has a huge heart, just like her mother. She loves hard. But she's going to pull through. We're going to be there to pull her through. She calls me Auntie Kim, and so I've got to be that more than I ever have before.
You sat with her, you talked to her. What did you tell her?
I told her that God is real, and the power of God is real, and if she just depends on the strength of God, she's going to make it. And she looked me in the face yesterday. She says, "I can't." I said, "Sure you can." And she kept saying, "Okay, okay." And so she will pull through. And we may hear several stories because she was born into a famous family. And any little thing that a famous person does becomes reported. And it's okay. It's the life that they live. We live. And she's going to be okay. And we're going to see to it.
And I asked you before, I'll ask you again. Was Whitney okay?
Sure. Whitney was as smart as a whip. She was very alert when she talked to me. She was her own woman. She made her own choices. And she was adamant about that. She was strong. And she loved hard. And to celebrate her is the only way for me to know her. Because even if there were some wrongs or downfalls, I celebrated her because I know the true Whitney.
Has she beaten those struggles?
You know, I didn't see her struggle.
Okay.
I always met her at a time that she was pulling through whatever it was. That was our conversation. And so I only know her to be a fighter. And for whatever it was, whether it was personal or something that she was trying to hide or whatever normal people do, she always let me know, "Sissy, I know you got me." That's her nickname because we loved each other as sisters. So she was pulling through whatever. But I have to say that, you know, she was an overcomer. And as I sang to her on the BT Honors, that she's a survivor. and she'll always be that, and I love her.
I remember seeing that, and I remember her getting up and rushing to the stage and rushing to you, and you coming to her and you getting right down to her and singing right to her face.
I couldn't help it. I felt like I was there singing to my friend because she'd fly and come to my home, and my family, my mother would cook greens and all kinds of great food, and boy, that Whitney could eat. She could really eat, and I miss her so.
Kim Burrell, we appreciate you taking time to talk to us. And really quickly, Bobby Christina, is she out of the hospital? Do you know?
Last time I talked, they were getting her care, but she'll be okay.
Okay.
She'll be okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
All right. I'll send it back to you guys.
Wow, Nichelle, obviously emotion there from Kim. There's going to be a lot of emotion tonight. Can you give us a quick just preview of what we know and expect to happen tonight during the awards ceremony?
Well, what we do know is that Jennifer Hudson will be participating in a tribute for Whitney. She will be singing I Will Always Love You, as Kim was talking about earlier. We also know during rehearsals Jennifer was having a bit of a tough time getting through the song. So you can expect it to be a pretty emotional, raw evening. I know Shaka Khan earlier was saying she expected to participate in a tribute in some way. She didn't really know how. But as I've been saying all day, even though those are the planned tributes, you can probably expect there to be some spontaneous things going on here at the awards ceremony tonight in tribute to so many people, including Whitney Houston. Back to you.
All right, Nichelle Turner will be back to you throughout this hour and next. Before she became a